Although Kazakhstan a glorious country, it have a problem too. Economic, social and Jew.
Well, welcome back to, I guess, Age of History 3, the game which is loved by many and many do pretty hate it sometimes, but today we will play as Kazakhstan. You know what? Because Kazakhstan was the last country to keep the Soviet Union together. The country which defeated the Nazis, the Soviets, the people who respected human rights, the people who actually made Russia what it is. And today we will play as the great Kazakhstan, the people of the Mongoloid race, I guess.
This is my mother. She oldest woman in the whole of Cossack.
I'm just joking. I hope it was a joke, or was it a joke? But nevertheless, today we will play as this country and get some tea, get some biscuits, and enjoy. As usual, we need to pick our rivals, the most important part of the game, of course. And let's put war tactics as usual. Advantage points will go into morale of our army. Let's put some great mighty advisors, which will actually help us. And let's start improving our capital and focus, I guess, on building some economic power base. And it seems to me that we have Russia here.
Not a big surprise.
China.
Your phone ringing.
I would assume Iran as well, to the south of us, which is the most, I guess, dangerous here. That's the biggest players around us, which could actually potentially kill us pretty quickly, let's say that. And let's continue building some infrastructure and actually continuing focusing on manufacturing and factory output as well. Although it does take quite a while to get this budget up. Well, this is way better. Just decrease the monthly expenses. That works. Let's improve the relations with China and Russia. And let's build a trade center. So it seems to me that the great mighty Kazakh people, we should firstly, I guess, incorporate Uzbekistan into our, economy, especially with its vast population. There should be a great increase to our restoration. Our population is decreasing. Nice. And let's form an alliance with Azerbaijan. Yes. Ooh, Ukraine took Moldova. This seems already promising. Let's continue improve relations with the two big players, China and Russia. Ooh, Iran declared war on Kazakhstan. That seems scary. I was about to shit my pants. Nice. 60k. Whoa. That's quite a lot. Let's build some tanks and actually redeploy a bigger army. I feel like we do have no chance against this guy. Yeah, literally no chance. We should improve relations with them. Never mind. Iran just annexed the whole Azerbaijan. That's pretty bad. Well, our ally is gone and let's just continue building temples. I guess that's the only reasonable thing which we could actually do is build temples. And another reasonable thing which you can do is hit that. No, I don't like to say hit that. I would rather say, if you actually like my content, I would appreciate if you would actually comment me something. The question is, would you like to see Hoiful content on this channel? I think I would like to see that. The more notorious question is actually, I subscribe. I will let you think about it. But meanwhile, we are continuing building some temples. I think temples is the only OP strat which we can actually utilize here, because temples, in their essence, are pretty profitable. They give us 0.15 income, which is pretty drastic. Although we have Uzbekistan who's here thinking to attack us, and this doesn't really seem promising, I guess. And I do feel like I'm being threatened at this point, but Uzbekistan did take some Turkmenistan territory. I mean, this is a bit strange talking about a lot of stands here, but that's just the quirks of this region. We do need to bring the mighty Soviet Empire back into business. Like, look what Poland is doing. It took Belarus, it took our sovereign land. How could they? Those Polish aggressors, how could they? And those Germans doing the Anschluss of Czechia. Outrageous. And France is just doing its own French things, like war with United Kingdom, which just ended, and the world seems pretty stable. Welcome to the new age, the age of tomorrow. That seems pretty overreactive, I guess. And we finally get some alliance with Tajikistan. Whoa, Tajikistan, such a big country, definitely worth it. It's time to expand. No, it's not. Let's build some temples and continue building. We do need to keep good relations with these two big partners, and maybe also let's improve relations with Pakistan, because Pakistan is being a bit too ambitious and aggressive here. Let's hope it's not going to be as scary as it seems. Wait, war with... Wait, what just happened? Am I going to get killed here? Well, actually looking at this army, I think we will get killed. Ah, never mind, it's just Uzbekistan attacking its neighbors. Thankfully, I'm not that interesting, but we do have a different enemy to the east of us, I guess southeast, and I'm continuing building up the army because no one is actually willing to ally with us, which is a bit sad. But we are winning. We are actually winning. Finally, we are pushing them back into their territory. And I feel like this is a victory for us. And it is. And just for the sake of it, let's take those two territories from Turkey, because they did attack us as well. So we need to enforce some of these demands. I know this is very, I guess, I don't want to say unhistorical, because it's not unhistorical. I mean, it is, but absurd, that's the word. I know it's absurd, but game mechanics. And we do need to incorporate all of this newly made territory. Okay, now we are incorporating all of these new territories. That's great, coring them to be more exact. And our biggest rival here would be the Uzbeks. Yes, those people are very, very scary. I mean, at least in this game. And finally, Pakistan is being incorporated, and alliance with Turkey. This changes quite a lot of things. Dastish fantastisch. Finally, we have a meaningful ally. Building temples. Temples are very slow to build, very slow. You know what I would like to do? I would like to increase my army and go all in into Uzbekistan. And the reason being is that we could actually benefit from it while we have a pretty hefty alliance. The first thing which we need to do is actually build an army. Preferably, we do need to build an army. And I'm just building some bombers as our flanks. Well, let's attack Uzbekistan. And we have just won. Congratulations. I mean, we won the battle. We didn't win the war, but that's a different question. And we have Turkey, which is helping. And ideally, we just won battle against Iran, and this is great. And unfortunately, we can't take much, but we did take some of the territories, although Uzbekistan migrated a bit. Nevertheless, we did it. And I think this is a big victory for us. Indeed. Our first steps into becoming a greater Soviet Union, although we would need to go to war with Iran as well. Let's build more temples. We can't really build much, but we only built 5. We are building slowly. That's not enough. That's really not enough. And Austria is becoming pretty long. Soon may be longer than Italy. And guess what? France did the unthinkable. They took Luxembourg. And the truce is over. Let's invade again. Army expenses, and let's just dive straight in. And we are winning. And we won. We're just slowly incorporating everything, literally everything. We are growing 54 million people, and we are getting 18.5. And Iran is at war with Georgia. Ooh, that's good. Georgia just released Azerbaijan and Armenia, and to be honest, Georgia does look quite thick. Really thick. Indeed, yeah, but nevertheless, let's continue building temples. Ooh, Ukraine was bombed, and I guess this is a special military operation against Ukraine, but Ukraine is doing counteroffensives in Kursk. Belgorod, no way, what is happening? Breaking news. Ukraine is pushing Russia. No way. And Russia decided to make a peace. I think this is a white peace, indeed. Damn, who would have thought? Let's declare war again. Wait, we do need -30 opinion first, and now we can attack. And we won again. This time we fully annexed them. This is great. And let's just build more temples, of course. A war with Kyrgyzstan. And the war has been won. And you should congratulate me. I have reunited the Central Asian region. Let's form an alliance with Turkey again. It was quite beneficial, not for Turkey, but that's a different question. And Greece is expanding. Nice. Well, we are loved by everyone here, and I guess one of the most important things is that we managed, I guess I managed to get 5k gold, heaps of waiting, and let's finally build. And we just lost all that gold. That was very quickly, I will be honest. Ooh, that's actually pretty great borders, I would tell you that. Fabulous borders. Are we going to Ukraine, the great Ukraine? I like it. And Belarus is slowly migrating into Lithuanian territory. Ooh, North Korea won the war against South Korea, and now they are... Wait, what? And now South Korea with Japan is at war with Russia. Russia seems to lose everything for some reason. Why are they losing so badly? China is attacking Russia. That's how we do it. And you know what? While I have the opportunity, let's actually attack Russia and let's give AI control of the military. I do feel like we would be able to win Russia pretty easily with such a devastated lose from the Chinese, and they're still losing this. So in theory, this should be a pretty decisive victory. What are the North Korean troops even doing here? And believe it or not, but we actually managed to win this. And it kind of looks ugly, but at the same time, not really. But we are increasing our territory quite substantially, although not as substantially as I wanted, but nevertheless, let's continue building temple. Temple building is one of the most base things which you can actually do in this game. What? AI here is pretty atrocious. Okay, I'm building more temples, and I am about to build it all up. Russia has an alliance. You tell me it has an alliance with Ukraine? No way. Okay, let's declare war on Georgia. I would just take as much as possible, for example this much. I think it's time to invade them again. And Sweden took quite a lot. Actually quite a lot. But Sweden is now at war with United Kingdom. And Russia's just getting bullied from all sides, to be honest, literally from all sides. And we got some more territory indeed. North Korea attacks us. What? And we're at war with China, which is a bit scary, I would say to you. But Turkey is kind of carrying us at this point. They are literally carrying us, and thank goodness they are. Well, I just lost all of my army. Let's hire some mercenaries, maybe they will help somehow. I don't believe in that, but maybe. Never mind. And North Korea is growing, and unfortunately it took our territory, which is very, very bad, I guess. I think it's time for military upgrades. Well, there is a possibility of a big war again, and I'm not taking chances. I'm just going to build some armies, because this is not looking great for us. If we will get attacked from North Koreans again, this is pretty unbearable. And while we wait, I'm just gonna build some military bases to increase my recruitment regiment limit, because this doesn't seem great. Wait, what is happening? Those are the rebels. Yeah, if the rebels win here, this would be pretty massive. Yeah, but let's just continue building up the economy while we have the means. Look, the game doesn't look too cursed. A little bit. Not too... No, it does look cursed with this North Koreans in Central Asia. And Belarus somehow managed to do a pretty significant comeback, almost taking all of its territory. They basically took all of the territory, they compensated with the Lithuanian, and finally, we're getting some great rebellions here. Let's build some granaries. The more granaries we have, the better it is. Just build it on the core territory, and let's just wait until North Korea disintegrates. Doesn't have any control. More granaries, as much as possible. Almost there, North Korea, almost there. So after this is all being disintegrated, I would tell you that we are going in. We are going in, yes. We need to take what is ours and beyond, you know? I think Ukraine will be a pretty significant fight. Russia is very weakened, but it is, to be more exact, Russia is weaker than Ukraine, which is a bit funny. Let's build, and build again. More greenery. Yeah, let's declare and start incorporating our land back. Great. Now this. And North Korea is a Chinese puppet. Okay, nothing new there. And Russia's being killed by Poland, apparently. Or whoever this is. Greece and Poland. Georgia and Poland. Okay. And let's just continue building up granaries because economy is our everything. Remember that the mighty Kazakhstan should incorporate all these lands. This is getting cursed a little bit, but nevertheless, we all love and respect this game to some extent. I'm just gonna build some farms around the whole Kazakhstan, the country famous for its deserts. Like, I'm not sure where you can build a farm here. Look at this. This is literally a Hollywood desert. I don't know how this even exists here. Germany is pushing into Belarus. Poor Belarus. What a comeback and what a downfall. How is this possible? Wait, do you see this? So this is North Korea, and this is also North Korea. What is the difference between these two North Koreas? Are they both on the north? Well, I don't know how this game works. I literally have no idea. Well, Georgia was dismantled by these two brothers, and Tunisia has gone rogue, as you can see. Ooh, Italy took Austria, finally. And France, wait, did France and Italy just petition Switzerland as well? Okay, the borders are getting cursed, and Russia took Belarus. It happened. The logic of this game is broken. There's two North Koreas, well, that's actually pretty much it, I guess. I mean, North Korea is in Central Asia. Everything else seems pretty normal for this game. Italy is at war with Germany and the United Kingdom. And it does seem like a complete defeat of Italy, and it was. And Germany takes back the Austrian and some of the Swiss territory as well. We've been attacked by Romania once more, but this time only by Romania. And apparently Romania is so strong that it just defeated us both. What? How is this even possible? Damn. I think I should start investing into research. Definitely into research. They do have everything modern, like future, I mean. And what we have is pretty much nothing. Let's actually start investing into research. Well, it's time to invade North Korea. I officially tell you that. North Korea wants to have a military access to our territory. Do you understand how this works? So I declared war on North Korea, and North Korea asked me for military access. How does this even work? Okay, Turkey is landing to North Korea eventually, yes, and Turkey is here. Finally, Kazakhstan unites. Ukraine is at war with Romania, nice. And Romania was a little bit dismantled by Greece. I would say Greece is getting quite hectic, has a bigger economy than us, and is larger than Italy. Damn. Okay. Irrigation. This is very fun gameplay. I would tell you, this is like so fun that I'm actually really enjoying this. I'll let you decide if I'm being sarcastic or I'm actually saying this. And we're just slowly building some irrigation. The most fun gameplay ever. Just clicking. Oh, we formed an alliance with India. Finally, we're getting some good allies compared to what we had before. Well, India took Sri Lanka, and I need to take Russia. I mean, we can now invade Russia, I would assume. With India on our side, we should be able to pretty easily defeat Russia. So much army behind us, and like, even look at Russia. Russia doesn't even have an army. What is this? And we won this. So we did cut Russia into two now. I mean, to be more exact, more than two. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this is number 4. And now our economy is greater than Ukraine's, still smaller than Greece. The Greek economy. I'm just going to take this little country. Let's declare war on Georgia. And I think Turkey declared war at the same time as I did. And I'm hoping I'll be able to incorporate them quicker than... Yes, I did. Than Turkey themselves. Okay, let's create this little army at this point. I just don't have the means to actually make it bigger, but let it be this way. At this point, I'm just not sure if we are able to single-handedly compete against, for example, Greece. Greece seems pretty promising, especially if it has all the technological quirks, then we are done. Russia now lives in Siberia, and Sweden is quite big, taking all that tundra land. Yeah. Wait, Japan and California? No way. What? Ah, Japan has an alliance with China. Oh, that explains quite a lot. And I'm just covering the whole map. Windmills, trying to develop. Yeah, I just declared war on Russia. I would like to fully incorporate all of these lands if possible. And Sweden also declares war on us. And I do think that this could be a pretty disastrous outcome. For me at least. Okay, I increased my army, but I do not think that there is a great possibility of us winning. Although we were pretty close. The Swedes took... Wait, what did the Swedes take? This doesn't make sense at all. And finally, we managed to annex Russia completely. And now we need to not die, preferably. Okay, let's form an alliance with Indonesia, another great power. I created another big army, which I would tell you isn't much. It actually is not much. So I had just made an alliance with Germany. Hopefully this would work to some extent. And let's declare war on Sweden. And we won the war with Sweden. And let's dismantle Sweden by liberating some countries. And we now have Russia, and Sweden is reduced to crumbles, and this is going to be pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Let's build some more temples. Yes, and we are growing, Look at this. Okay, so the only countries which we actually need to go to war with would be Germany, Romania, Moldova and Transnistria for some reason, Ukraine. Ooh, Thailand is expanding quite rapidly, not gonna lie. Never mind. China got its territory back, and Thailand became very small indeed. In theory, we would need to go to war with China and also Japan, and this should be the end of our campaign. Let's build some irrigation. Remember that word? Mechanized farms. And we ran out of money, unfortunately, but we did. I need to get the economy up and running because Germany for some reason has way more. So Germany has the superiority in people and economy wise as well, number 1. While we're still somewhere in number 12. Ideally, this is not what I want. Now Norway took some territory from Russia. Okay, I just made one army. Let's declare war on Russia now. And I'm slowly gobbling them down, bit by bit. Let's further build some more mechanized farms, and apparently I reached the limit. Nice. I'll be honest, I thought this playthrough would be simple. Apparently it's not. Ooh, and Poland was dismantled. And Spain dismantled France. Ooh, this is a very unique development. And I declared war on Russia again, but Ukraine is in an alliance. We are fighting them both. And we just won. And I took all of Russia. And I also took half of Ukraine. Let's declare war on Ukraine now, completely. And it seems like we are winning, especially with the help of our allies. I don't think this would be such an easy, mostly unlikely that we would have won with our allies. But in theory, it is winnable. And we won. We did lose 1.7 million casualties, but that's just part of the plan. Let's build a food market. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Let's continue building the food markets around the whole country. And we almost did it. Nigeria is actually the strongest... Whoa! The strongest nation in the world. That's interesting. It's getting dismantled. No way. That looks beautiful. And we have Turkey back on the map. Well, let's build just a regular market now. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's start building a mega army now. And we are taking Crimea. And we just did. Now we need to take Transnistria. Welcome to the club. Now Ukraine is back. Let's declare war on Poland. I am taking quite substantial casualties, not gonna lie. But I do believe that we just won the war against Poland. And I liberated Germany here. Germany is back. Well, Canada took United States, and Japan is, I guess, encroaching as well, bit by bit. With the current economy which we have, 25k, we do have a good position to actually build up our military even further. Ooh, Canada ate United States completely. That's something new. The empire which Japan wanted but never got. Okay, I created another big army. Nearly 500,000. And another army. I have 2 big armies now. Great. We can actually do some work with this. And let's declare on Finland. I think we just barely made it. Barely made it. We are low on manpower, but we, I think, did defeat the whole military of our enemy. And we won this. And I took all the Baltic. Okay, we are almost there. The only thing that we do need to take is all of this, like this appendix, and we should be good. So after we actually done this, we go into here, and what we do is we just take these 4 provinces, we return back the land from the Norwegians back, and then we turn 180 degrees to the east, and we focus on dismantling Japan. I'm just gonna build some military bases just to increase our army regiment limit, because we nearly died there. It could have been a complete military failure from our extent. And now we have Iran, which is trying to kill us as well. Well, this is unacceptable. But I think we are winning. They miscalculated their military strength compared to ours, so they are suppressed. And we won. And Turkey is actually slowly growing. Let's declare war in Ukraine. Well, we took those lands. Temples, temples, and temples again. Indonesia wants an alliance again. Nice. And let's build some workshops around the whole country. Let's declare war on Finland. Remember once there was a Swedish empire ruling over the Russian land, and now we take... I actually forgot what this region is called. Nevertheless, it's been incorporated. And now we look to the east. Now we actually look to the south. We need to take this way. This needs to be taken. Georgia, you need to be mine. Not that I actually want to subjugate you, I just want to incorporate you into my empire. And there we have it. Workshops, and workshops again. What goes after workshops? Manufacturing. And we go on, let the war begin. First battles take in the south of the country, and Indonesia is pushing Japan. Nice, nice. We have a 2-front war, and we did just run out of manpower. This tells us that our enemies also run out of manpower to some extent, and the losses are pretty much 1-1. Just the war of attrition at this point. And it seems like the war of attrition was being won pretty easily with such a army superiority and the reserve manpower. It's not too bad. Okay, and I managed to take my territory, and now we need to recuperate a bit, get the army back into shape. And Germany just annexed Poland completely. So German-like, didn't you think? Well, France just occupied all of Great Britain, but I'll be honest, the map does look really cursed, especially with this Nigeria. Nigeria is pretty big. Ooh, wait. Argentina, what are you doing? Argentina's war with Brazil. Is at war with Brazil and Canada. Okay. Perfect time to strike Argentina. Well, I see my first battles already going. In theory, this should be a victory for us. But we are getting bombed. And we won the war. Let's take Hawaii. And we should be good. Whoa. Well, Argentina is getting based here. Now I can declare what? This does not make sense. But anyways, we are just going to take an annexed Russian. It was deliberated by India, but we'll just take it. Congratulations, we took it all. For some reason, this was such a long campaign. I mean, we took all of the Soviet, I guess, lands which were part of the Soviet Union till 1991. And as true Kazakh people, the only remaining state within the USSR in 1991. Well, it is now going to recreate the Soviet Union back as it was. To do that, we need to go into release states, because as Kazakhstan, apparently you can't reform Russia, and we will just give all of this territory to Russia. And what we do now is we release a puppet, and now what we do, apparently nothing happens. Okay, never mind. Well, apparently you can't do this as Russia, which is, I guess, unfortunate. You can only, for some reason, you can only do the Russian Empire. But who wants a Russian Empire? Let's just imagine that this is the Soviet Union, which I just got back. Yes. So, thank you for watching. I would be appreciative if you would subscribe, honestly. Before we reach 1,000, if you want to join, I guess, 1,000 guild or whatever it's called, like our community, you are most likely welcome. Welcome again, and have a lovely day.
Welcome back in my town of Kusek. Since I returned, there have been much improvements. We no longer have a running of the Jew. It's cruel. We're Christians now.